mathematics. They want to slow down what we did yesterday of comparing decimals. We want to look more specifically at tenths and hundredths, just so that way your brain doesn't get confused which one's larger and which one's smaller, because sometimes when we quickly look at numbers, it can mess with us. So for one through three, they want you to shade in the fractional part of the equivalent given the decimal fraction. And then they want us to compare it, aka color it in and then compare. So if I'm coloring this in, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tenths. Then I'm going to shade in 70 hundredths. And I know I can still count by 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So when we look at these, we know that 7 tenths is equal to 70 hundredths because I can add a zero and not change my amount after the decimal. So when we're looking at this, let's be very careful when we're looking at where our decimal lands. And if you read it, it will help, or if you think money, it will help. So if I add a dollar sign, and I said, who has more money? Which one's more? 3 cents or 30 cents? You guys are gonna be like, 30 cents, Miss Lavon. No duh. So when we're looking at our decimals, be sure to be careful when you're thinking that way. Think about who has the more. Number 13, 14, and 15, they just want you to say which one's not equal to each other. And they do a nice thing about lining up your decimals. So I can look straight down and see which decimal doesn't have the same number. And in this case, it's 50 thousandths. Or if we cover up that zero, it would be 5 hundredths. Is not the same. So I'm going to show you one more time. They line up our decimals. Let's do number 20. They line up our decimals, which is really nice. And I can see that these 8s are the same. And then I come here and I see this one is not the same. So 83 hundredths is not the same as 803 thousandths. So I'm going to write that decimal right here. Try all of the problems out and see if you need help. If so, come to office hours.